Hey everybody, welcome back to the vlog. I'm John and this is Bogdan, and we are doing our Art Life series. So welcome back. We got a lot to talk about this week. Yes. This is, I've forgotten what episode?
28.
28. And we're doing a whole lot we need to share with you. But before we do, if you like what you see today, we would really appreciate it if you would give us a like, a subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because it really helps our channel if it does. But other than that, let's get to it.
Let's do it.
Hi, I'm John, and this is Bogdan. Join us on our journey as we figure out how to earn a living as artists, introduce you to those we meet, and share what we learn along the way.
Welcome back, guys. We had a crazy week.
Yeah.
Yes, it didn't happen a lot, but it actually...
Oh, I think there's a lot.
It actually did. It didn't feel like... we are recording this at the end of the week, and I felt like, oh my God, I don't know what happened this week. I just lost track of everything. That's why we keep a vlog. It keeps accountable for everything.
Yeah, absolutely. And just because I sometimes think we're just like the worst vloggers ever, because we'll be right in the middle of something and realize we never bothered to pick up the camera. We finished out our exhibition last night. Everybody had to take down all their art, and we've been talking about this exhibition for the last, 3 months. And it occurred to me, we never took pictures of anyone taking down the art, kind of finishing the cycle. So I walked through the studio.
You know, I did actually grab some pictures with my artwork in the studio, but I never remembered to do that because we were so busy doing other things. But anyway, the idea is that the last show we've been in, some of us in Silver Sea Studios here in Houston, it's down. We have several artworks still left, and they would be uploaded on the website, available for everybody else.
For purchase, yeah. The other thing is that you had a commission this week. That's a big deal.
I had a commission. Well, I had a commission that was ongoing for several weeks now. And Jimena, which is an architect next door to my studio, keeps saying, she's from Madrid, and she keeps saying, you know, I miss Madrid and I would like to have a artistic black and white photograph of view about Madrid. She knows we spent some time in Madrid and that I love Madrid. So it took me about 3 weeks of processing what can I do for her. You know, just to give her a Madrid picture of a touristic picture.
And that is generally what people do, right? They'll end up just showing the highlights, or big statues, or it's almost like a little touristic overview.
On the very first stage, I thought, what scene should I print, shall I process? And I said, hold a minute, this is not about a building or a street. I need to come up with a original idea that encompasses the life of Madrid somehow.
And the feeling of what it's like to be there. Because if you're from Madrid, you're not interested in so much in the landmarks.
Right.
I mean, I guess you do when you go away, but this really, to me, captured walking down the street after the theater in Madrid.
The life happens after 9 o'clock, right?
Well, yeah.
It's Thursday, and I had a little haircut. It's a little shorter, but that is not important really. What's important about today is that we had a very good art chat, and I'm really pleased about it. And secondly, I had a commission for somebody to create a black and white photograph about Madrid. And to me, commissions are very hard because, especially this one, is because they say it's what you want. So the way I see Madrid is a city full of life, and the most of action happens actually in the night, where there's a lot of movement, there's a lot of traffic, there's people walking around from bar to bar, from discotheque to discotheque, just walking around the city. and it's a lot of things going on in the night. And I'm gonna show it to you how this looks to me. And the piece is called Madrid de Noche. There is a lot of reflections, window lights, people standing, people doing something, people walking, traffic lights, cars, crowds. There is a life, a certain life in the night. So this is how I wanted to show Madrid. That's the piece, Madrid de Noche. It's a one-of-a-kind photograph, black and white, and hopefully the client is gonna like it. So fingers crossed. I'm going to present this to her in a few minutes. Jimena, your piece is ready. Are you ready?
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Come over. It's called Madrid de Noche.
Ah. I like it. Very nice.
It's a lot.
Ah, yes, because you put.
You have to take a break. There's a lot of things going on. And it's Madrid in the night.
Ah, I like
A lot
it.
of the reflections,
Yeah.
people, traffic lights.
I know it.
And it's
And there
yours.
is another here. The
Yeah. Una
iglesia.
chandelier
There.
from a hotel, las columnas.
I like it. Thank you so much. I like it. I like the reflection. Yeah, very nice.
You see these shaders here?
Yes, yes.
They're everywhere.
Yes, yes. Yes, we have a lot of details. I like it. I am very happy.
She loved it. I'm so relieved. She truly loved it. It took her a minute to analyze what's going on in the picture, and I started explaining what actually is, and everything made sense to her, and she said that she truly loved it, and that's a big thing. Because you can purchase a piece of art, but you have some doubts. But when somebody says, "I really loved it," well, that's the great answer. So to wrap it up, it's a success, and she is going to pick it up tomorrow because she's actually working. Jimena is an architect. She works across the studio from me, and she, watched me over the years, being neighbors here. She recently purchased a new home, and she says she has the perfect spot for it. I think she said something like the living room, which is a good real estate for my art.
Jimena came with her husband in the weekend just to ensure how pleased they are with the pictures and how in love they are with this image.
Excellent. I had what was to me a big deal. I sold Johnny.
Oh my God,
This is
my favorite one.
One of my favorite little cartoon heads, and it was one of my early ones as well. And I actually got kind of yelled at by our mentor, saying you can't be in love with a piece of art, because it's not that I wouldn't sell it, but I had it hidden in the studio. And I told him that, and he actually came in and tried to find it one day and couldn't find it. So anyway, a lovely couple came in yesterday, and they asked me what is my favorite in that series of cartoon heads. And I said, and I pulled it out, it was behind the television. and she said, would you sell it? And I said, you know what, of course I'd sell it. I'm an artist, that's what you do. But hopefully Johnny will go to a new home, but I miss him already.
But it's so funny about this couple, because I met them. They came in my studio first to look for some art. They have a new big traditional plantation house in Houston, and they are looking for something very traditional. And the funniest part is there is nothing traditional about Johnny. So
No.
they better work on that frame to be traditional.
Yes, exactly. Well, it's a very traditional frame, I suppose. But
anyway,
that was it always surprises me because I do really love my pieces. I put a lot into them and they mean a lot to me. I think because I think all painting is autobiographical. And so then when somebody else comes and they really like something, of course you're going to sell it. That's what the business is. But you do have a little tinge of, oh, he's gone forever.
Yeah, well, it's not forever because I did got to scan, to make a high resolution scan of Johnny.
Oh, no, we have
And
yeah.
we're going to have a gilet prints at
We've
some
got,
point.
We got prints of Johnny.
So if you want
and
a
I can
gilet
make
print,
him huge. I can cover the wall with Johnny.
By the way, I catch up with a new piece of the ink drawing and gold foil embellishments. So I have a new edition of Sartorite coming up. One, I've done two because it's a long process, and one has sold this last weekend.
Working on a new edition of the Sartorite mineral, another ink drawing embellished in golden foil. So this is going to be another one of those very modern, very cool sort of graphic combined with some hand embellished gold foil. What else? I went ahead and framed the hand embellished drawings. I did because some people would like to get an idea how these are going to look framed, and for this particular project I opted for a metal matte gold frame. I know it sounds a little harsh when you say gold frame, but it's not the kind of frame you may think. Now this is what I'm looking at. It's a matte gold frame. The picture is a little floated inside because you know me, I like floating art whenever it's appropriate. Just because it creates that depth from the frame and the glass, and it brings a lot of interesting, truly modern, and it's very contemporary.
Other than that, there's a lot of things I've done this week: editing, art chat preparations, the house, and it turned out that I helped a lot of people at the studio, either teach them how to frame or headshots, or giving them ideas on mounting some artworks. A lot. Everybody. It's like a line of people at my studio. Can you show me? Do you have that? How can I do this? Which I'm gladly love to help everybody.
And I did get to finish off and though it had already been painted, I finished off the El Campo, the new abstract that I did.
Oh yes.
So it's in Artwork Archives, got it all photographed, and it's ready to go as well.
Guadalajara, it's coming up, and
Right.
I got ready this week. I put everything, all the tools that I need to take with me, and make sure I have a hammer, a ply, scissor, cutter, and all those things.
I'm officially getting ready for the trip to Mexico. I just put together the things I may need in there, and that includes, let me see, screwdrivers, nails, pliers, hanging wires, corners, erasers, just in case I mess up the paper somehow with a little dirt. An eraser will take care of that. a tape measure, corners, foam for transportations in case I need to wrap something and protect for being damaged. Pencils, oh my god, a lot, and but it's all manageable. I was lucky with this guy in Guadalajara that actually print for me the photographs, and on August 25th I have an appointment with them to go to the store in Guadalajara and put the pictures together in the frames. As I told you before, I got the frames already in Houston, but so I don't want to buy them again. These are sectional frames and they fit in the suitcase. And everything else would be assembled in Guadalajara, and wish me luck, basically. But we'll keep you in track with this project as we go.
And actually, I got the laser, pointy laser that tells me that the pictures are on a straight line, because you never know where you go and what's going on.
So that's happening. We're getting that all sorted. I finally found my passport. There was quite a kerfuffle.
I'm like, for a second, I thought I'm gonna go by myself in Guadalajara.
I knew we'd find it, but I didn't know where it was. That's, I travel so much. I can't believe I'm not better at this. But the other thing about Mexico City, Bogdan was mentioning, is that we have been working with Michael Swank at Proyectos de Galería in Mexico City. And he is interested in taking the pictures, because we're going to take them down to Mexico, have them printed in Mexico, and then we're going to transfer them from Guadalajara to Mexico City, and he's going to do an exhibition in Mexico City with the pictures that are left over, and we may have to print some more if they sell. But that's really very exciting that we're getting really two shows.
Again, on these kind of fairs, if you sell one or two pieces, that is a successful turnout.
Right, and to me, it's the kind of the notoriety you get, the exposure that you get,
exactly,
with an audience you would never reach here in Houston. So that is exciting, and FAIN is a big deal. The art fair in Guadalajara is a big deal. Of course, anytime you can get a show in Mexico City, the art scene there, the art market there is huge, and it's exciting to have that kind of interest.
I got to see some of the artists that were invited on this fair, and they're all lovely, and their artworks are superb.
And the contacts you're going to make will be great. Plus, there's the food. So that's all great. On the home front, we were able to finally make some progress on the house across the street, Mom and Dad's old house, which we're going to turn into our new art studio, where we'll run our empire from there.
Yeah, well, for a while.
The house is completely cleaned out as far as the floors are concerned. We're ready now to rip up all the carpeting and kind of start to turn this place into our home studio. Fingers crossed. We found some carpeting that we're wondering if there's some moisture wicking up from underneath, but we'll sort that out in the next day or two. But the process is beginning, so let's see where we go with this. Okay guys, we have gotten rid of all the carpeting. If you can't tell the difference in the acoustics, but this place has been completely gutted of carpet, and of course that was a big smell issue. But this will be my art studio in the house. I don't know if you can see, I have these amazingly tall ceilings. Cathedral ceilings, and not only that, Not only are the ceilings really, really tall, but I have great natural light coming in. So I'm hoping that that'll really help my ability to work in here. And so we'll see. Still not convinced that this is the right move, but it is the next move, and we'll figure that out after that.
But there were some hiccups.
Yes, yes.
Because, you know, the estimate for the carpet came, and that was a little too high. It was like around $10,000. So I'm gonna have to sell a lot of pictures on the fair.
Yes.
And we have to do it because initially we thought we're gonna polish the
Cement.
floor.
Well, before then, we were afraid that there were leaks. It turns out there doesn't seem to be any leaks. But we were thinking, well, you know, maybe it'd be cool. We have concrete floors, and they can be a little scruffy because it's an art studio.
No,
Not gonna happen.
There's so much going on there. They have to be covered in carpet.
Yeah, there are different floors, different levels. Yeah, there's
Another expense.
Another
well,
expense.
It's us. Yeah.
But you know, carpet's great, and the idea of using that space is getting more and more exciting to me. I'm just not sure yet how to realize that. But
what did you do creative this week?
Creative, gosh, what did I do creative this week?
N-O-T-H.
I didn't. That's not fair.
I-N-G.
Because I've been working a lot on, obviously, the house, getting the house done. But I've also been working with Jumper Maybach, who is a fairly important artist. And he's trying to get his Wikipedia page up. And you can't do that yourself. You're not supposed to do it yourself. You need to get a third party in. So I'm going to do his Wikipedia article for him. And so I've been working on that, working on the newsletters, which will go out today, tomorrow. And then obviously getting ready for Mexico, getting some of that promotion material. Plus, I have to write the entire proposal for Michael Swank in Mexico City so that he can go out and find a spot for the exhibition there. So, yeah, have I painted a picture? I did a couple.
Oh yes, he did.
I did.
I remember.
I did a couple of heads.
Oh my God, I remember the one that you
totally
presented.
Hilarious to me, but I don't have this strict plan when I do these. And I had there was a zine fest coming, and they asked people to do things on the topic of homecoming. And I said, oh, I'll do the homecoming football game. And in Texas, the girls get this giant ugly mum and with streamers all over it. I don't think they do that everywhere. And so I painted the picture of the boy, and he's young, and he's looked like he's wearing his dad's jacket, you know, and he's looking a little nervous because it's his first date. And then I drew the woman and the date, and she turned out to look like Auntie Mame. She was probably in her 40s or 50s. She's like screaming. She reminds me of my grandmother.
You watch way too many old movies.
And so they're totally inappropriate as a date, but she's got this cougar thing going, and she looks absolutely thrilled to have snagged a young date.
But they're fun. I've seen them. They were presented this week at the Art Chat, and
they were fun.
Yeah. Okay, guys, nos vemos in Guadalajara next week. We're gonna have a lot of footage from Guadalajara, and we'll keep you updated with whatever happens in there.
We promise we'll actually take the video.
If we'll have an art chat straight live on Facebook on my Bogdan photo art page, straight from Guadalajara. We don't know the location yet. Can be from the hotel, can be from the studios where my art is gonna be hanged. We'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. So I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Stay creative, and we'll see you again next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.